Good morning. It's 5:30 on Black Friday. You're looking live on the Lucky Star Skycam network showing downtown. Guys, it's pretty cold out there at crisp Friday morning. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We're going to check in with Jed here in just a second, but just wanted to kind of show what the city looks like 5:30 on a Friday morning.
A beautiful shot right there.
We have Tevis Hillis filling in this morning. What a great surprise. Love seeing
let me
your
just
face.
tell you, that 4 a.m. alarm clock, whoo, that is early.
It is early.
Yeah, but we're here. We're excited. Of course, we say good morning and thanks for joining us. Let's get over to meteorologist Jed Castles in Bob Mills Weather Center, checking out how our Black Friday's looking. Hey, Jed.
Yeah, Black Friday right now is starting off pretty good. It is cold this morning, but we'll call it seasonably cold. We will see some clouds and some wind build today, and maybe even a few light rain showers as storm number 1 rolls in. We'll be tracking storm number 2 that comes in on Monday. That might bring a little snow to the state. We'll be detailing that, but everything that is we're talking about is still right on track. It's that Arctic air, brutal wind chills and cold really settle in starting late Saturday, much of Sunday and Monday. Make sure your house, your car, and yourself are ready to go for a big pattern change. Wintertime air is on the way, and it's going to set up shop into next week. So up to our north, got some trouble up to our north as we see winter storm going on here. This is going to provide some snow through parts of the northern plains. And this storm system is the cold front that's going to eventually blow down this way. So we got it on the map. By tomorrow afternoon, that'll be brushing across Oklahoma and bringing that Arctic air our way. We're 36 right now. Wind chill at 31, getting you out the door. If you're trying to get some Black Friday shopping sales, just go ahead and pack the coat, the gloves, and the stocking cap. May not need it, but if you do have to be out on any of those lines, you'll be happy that you have that, because we've got cold, not much wind, but it'll be chilly out the door this morning. We'll rebound back up in the 50s with maybe a little light rain here later today. When you detail that, your full weekend weather, it's coming up.
I want to take you to Hong Kong. The death toll rising dramatically as firefighters battle a blaze at a high-rise apartment complex for a second day. This is unbelievable. So far, nearly 130 people have died, and they expect the death toll to rise further. This fire is now one of the deadliest in the city's modern history. It was believed to have started because of the bamboo scaffolding around these high rises. In fact, there's some of it falling right now. Also, the construction netting. Police say they have arrested 3 men from a construction company on suspicion of manslaughter.
Heartbreaking right there. Now to this, Adobe Analytics expects Americans will spend nearly $44 billion this week through Cyber Monday alone. That's more than a 6% jump over last year's shopping. Online buyers using buy now, pay later options could even spend more than $760 million in purchases today. That's all according to Adobe Analytics.
And several restaurant chains are offering Black Friday bargains today. Wendy's is selling small Frosties for 67 cents. Yeah, capitalizing on the viral phrase, 6-7. Dave & Buster's slashing prices as well, half off the price of all games today, so get out and have some fun. You know, Black Friday shoppers are already pouring into Penn Square Mall, getting ready for the doors to open in just a few moments, trying to get those good discounts, those in-store only deals. Let's check in with our Brianna Brown. She's live out there right now. Brianna, how are the lines? What time does it open? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lacey. Yes, the parking lot is starting to fill up more and more as the time goes on because doors are set to open here at Penn Square at 6 a.m. Now, this is for one of the busiest shopping days of the year, and crowds are expected to stay steady throughout the day and into this weekend. Now, security and mall staff are set to be at each of the entrances here just to help manage with the flow of the foot traffic, and then as the early bird shoppers crowd in for those Black Friday savings. Now, some stores are offering up to 50 to 70% off, and that's from clothing to electronics and beauty gifts. And some of those deals are in-store only. So, hey, shoppers say that those earlier opening hours sometimes makes it easier and smoother, but hey, parking will still be tight, so you want to plan ahead if you can, and you want to stick with News 9 because we'll be out here all morning speaking with shoppers, and we'll even speak with management to get some of those tips and deals for this Black Friday here at Penn Square Mall. Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
70% off in some stores. Goodness, Brianna, that's a deal. We're going to check in with Brianna throughout the morning and maybe talk to some shoppers along the way, so stay tuned for that. Your time now, 5:34. The OSU Cowboys facing the number 22 Iowa State Cyclones in Stillwater this weekend. Win or lose this game still comes with a prize. OSU revealing its new head coach, Eric Morris. He's at North Texas. The football game on Saturday kicks off 11 a.m. Boone-Pickens Stadium. Let's go Cowboys.
And there's a lot on the line for OU tomorrow in their last game against LSU. Now, the Sooners haven't won a game against LSU since 1947. The Tigers have handed the Sooners 3 losses in the last 22 years. And if LSU wins tomorrow, that could be the end of OU's playoff chances. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. However, OU has proven they have a top 10 defense. Their offense has come under some scrutiny, but LSU's interim head coach says John Mateer's playmaking ability is underrated.
How dangerous their quarterback is, and coming back after the week 4, a gutsy performer, a guy that had moxie and grit, and it just seems when they need a play, he finds a way to make the play. And
well, these are the games that could impact the college football playoff standings. Notice all the ranked teams on the road. Anything can happen this weekend. The Sooners just hope that isn't in Norman, of course. And I've already placed my...
Kind of crazy. They're all on the road. Yeah.
Hopefully some upsets.
Wow.
Changing all of the brackets.
I'm not going to lie. I love a good upset. I don't want OU to get upset.
No.
But other than that, I love a good upset because it just kind of upsets the apple cart.
I know.
I
And then it's the talker of the day.
Yes.
We need to get over to one big college football fan,
Yeah.
Jed Castles, who's going to be checking in on all that weather.
Okay, if you're a college fan, here's a stat for you. Alabama is 1-4 at Jordan-Hare in Auburn at night.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let you know.
Okay.
That's they're supposed to win, but we'll see what happens.
There's going to be some good
crazy
games
things
this
happen
weekend.
down there.
That's right.
Guys, good morning to you. Let's check out some big changes coming our way. We're watching the cold front that will eventually make it across Oklahoma tomorrow. This Arctic front is just to our north, and it's bringing some snow with it. That snow is going to be across the northern plains where winter storm warnings have now been posted up over the northern plains. That storm system is going to come down toward Oklahoma and bring a true winter pattern change into the first week of December. Your full 9-day forecast, it's coming up.
All right, Oklahoma is one of the worst in the nation when it comes to education. That's a heartbreaker. For years, Mississippi was actually worse than Oklahoma, and then they totally turned things around. We traveled there to figure out what did they do. Can Oklahoma do it too? An education story next. All right, all of us still have our stretchy pants on today from Thanksgiving meals yesterday.
I know, this is a little tight right now.
Glad you guys can't see it. It's a little dicey back here.
I did something yesterday
What'd you do?
I've never done before. I didn't eat too much.
Oh, how?
I did the opposite. I don't know why.
Tell us how.
I was mature, I guess. I don't know.
I'm still immature. I still have that issue.
I was pleasantly full, but it wasn't overstuffed.
My mom had to
which I
tell me to
normally-
stop.
Yeah.
Hey, Tevis, let's take a break.
It's a little much. Third time's the charm.
Oh,
And now it's Black Friday today.
It is. Black Friday is here, and if you're getting out there to get some of those big shopping sales, what were you saying, Tevis?
Lego.
Or you're saying the
Labubu?
in-store-
Labubu?
There's a lot of big in-store.
Yeah, a lot of
sales.
stores are saying physically come in, don't just do the online thing, and you'll get bigger discounts. So
Okay.
you're seeing some shoppers actually come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also the feeling of Black Friday is elbowing someone
exciting.
and grabbing that item.
Stealing it from their hands.
65-inch TVs
Yeah,
at Sam's for like $250.
Oh, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I
How
used to pay
expensive-
way more than
it was
that.
it was like a mortgage payment
Yeah.
back when they first came out.
Things change.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, let's talk about some big changes coming our way. We're watching a big cold front that'll blast into Oklahoma tomorrow. Still up in the northern plains, but boy, it is hooting and hollering up that way with snow and a lot of it. Winter storm warnings have now been posted from the northern Rockies, the northern plains, on all the way over to Chicago, where that winter storm is going to shift south and east. As that comes on in, that's going to bring that colder Arctic air we've been showing you and move down over Oklahoma. And our coldest air this season is just down the road. It is not too far away. As a matter of fact, this Arctic shot, it arrives this weekend. It comes in on Saturday. Look at those temps by Sunday. And it's going to be frigid. Now, this is not like extreme. This is not something we haven't seen before, but just from being in the 70s and 80s in November, it is going to be a true shock to the system. And I'll tell you, once this pattern opens up the door to December, we're not warming a whole lot. There's no 70s or 80s down the road. We are talking 40s, 50s, and even a few days in the 30s. And there might be a little additional precip down the road by late next week. So it'll be a cold start to December. Maybe a bit more of a winter start to December as well. So we're watching that. Right now, again, looking at the conditions here this morning, it is a pretty nice start. 36 here this morning. We'll call it not calm, but light winds from the south, and that's putting a wind chill at 31. So if you're getting out there doing some of those Black Friday sales, got a few stores you want to go to, sometimes those lines do make it out the door. So if you are heading that direction, make sure you have a few extra layers with you. Make sure you're safe and secure with that colder air coming in. It's not terribly cold, but 30s, some 40s around right now, and just enough wind. Put a little bit of a chill to the air here coming up for today. Let's kind of walk our way through the weekend because we've got different systems to talk about. Storm number 1, just north, that's the Arctic air coming in late tonight into tomorrow. There's the rain out ahead of it. Some scattered showers will come in. We'll see those across central into eastern parts of Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma, don't expect a whole lot for you. Maybe a passing drizzle or a little patch of rain, but most spots will dry into Saturday. Here's the cold front shoving into the panhandle tomorrow morning. That's going to blast on in, and by about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, that front is right over Oklahoma City. And then here come those north winds on the back side of it, blowing in. North winds will take over, and that'll usher in that colder air that'll set up into your Sunday. So we have rain on Saturday. But by the time we get to Sunday, that air is cold enough, might be a little bit of snow, maybe a patch to some snow in the high parts of higher elevations of Oklahoma out into the panhandle. As we check your weather into Sunday, again, most of the day looks dry. Those north winds kick in. It's going to be cold on Sunday. And then it's going to Monday. Here comes the next storm rolling in. That storm's going to come in with some snow to the panhandle. That rolls in. That snow will move across. As we see that to come on in to the state Monday by late day, some patchy areas of snow, parts of central northern Oklahoma. There might be some down in here. The data's not been showing a whole lot, but if we get some lighter amounts of, sleet, freezing rain, or some light rain down in southern and southeast Oklahoma, it's not out of the question. And then by Tuesday morning, that starts to scoot on out of here. Let's check your highs today. 50s coming up for today. With that, look for a little bit of rain. Got the chances on the low side, but if you are making plans later this afternoon and evening, might see a few dotting showers around. They may be on the light side. So some very light rain possible building up into the state late afternoon and evening today. And that rain kicks in, some scattered showers, maybe a little thunder in eastern parts of Oklahoma, but that chance of rain starts to shove on out, and that 90% is a very segmented chance. It's not going to rain all night. It's just going to be a little brief period where we'll have a higher chance, and that scoots on out, and we dry it back out into your Saturday. Again, we've got a cold night tonight. Look for lows dropping 30s and 40s, and then here comes the cold front blasting in. With the cold front arriving, rain moves out, and those cold temperatures fill on in. North winds take over. It's going to be cold here waking up tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon as that colder air blows in. We'll be in the 50s for a while tomorrow morning, but when that front comes in, we'll drop down the 40s, 30s, and a lot of wind. That wind's going to be a big factor for the OSU game. 40s by late game. North winds 20 to 40 and 20 to 40 mile per hour winds for the OU game, and some low 40s. Might see wind chills down in the upper 20s by that time that game is coming to an end in Norman. So here's the wind chills late tomorrow, 20s and 30s, dropping down into the teens and 20s, waking up Sunday morning. As we've got cold weather for Sunday, cold weather for Monday, and again, that storm system moves in with some slight chances of some snow. Might get some light snowfall totals building in. Right now, most spots under an inch, not looking like a winter storm, but might even impact OKC. There's a 9-day forecast, 54 today. That is the warmest temperature on that 9-day wintertime air, ushering in the first week of December.
Well, Oklahoma is just about dead last when it comes to education. And for years, Mississippi was also at the bottom, but that state has had a massive turnaround when it comes to children in the classroom.
It was impressive to see as I traveled to the Magnolia State to find out how lawmakers and educators came together to make some changes and how Oklahoma leaders could do the same. For years, Mississippi was the punchline.
Mississippi was at the bottom for a long time.
I think other states used to say, thank God for Mississippi.
Always 50th, always last.
And when I would introduce myself, I would tell them I was from Mississippi, and this would be the look I would get.
Everybody always think Mississippi is at the bottom of the bucket.
But the joke's not on them anymore. A state recognized for rhythm, soul, and a history of fighting for equality is now known for one of the biggest education turnarounds in the country.
We are no longer on the bottom of the list.
You can feel that change in classrooms like this one.
All right, so let's go to number 1. Can we flip over to number 1?
We have high expectations for them. We understand that some scholars may struggle sometimes, but because we hold high expectations, they are motivated to learn. And we are just teaching them to be professionals, so when they go out to the real world, that they can be their very best.
Every 90 minutes, a new group of students cycles through Barquita Stanton's 3rd grade reading class.
My approach is grounded in the science of reading. I provide my scholars with explicit instruction in phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension.
In Oklahoma classrooms, students are taught to memorize sight words like the and you.
All right, let's read 21. Let's go.
Miss Stanton teaches her students how to sound words out
Grab
instead of
6.
memorizing them.
Are you ready to read? Let's point.
That style of teaching started with a law change in 2013, requiring teachers to use a phonics-based approach.
I wanted to push back because I thought my method was working. Again, I would get first graders at the beginning of the year. They didn't recognize letters. They didn't recognize sounds. By the end of the year, I would have them reading.
Erica Jones is the executive director of the Mississippi Association of Educators. Before that, she spent 19 years teaching 1st and 2nd graders. When the new law passed, she had to head back to the classroom herself.
But once I started exploring and really doing a deep dive into that science of reading materials, I noticed a difference in my teaching method.
The new law also ended a practice called social promotion, meaning students who cannot pass a 3rd grade reading test at the end of the year do not move on to 4th grade.
Now, as a teacher, I was not on board with an additional assessment for our 3rd graders, but looking back on that, I know it made the difference. And it really measures our students' understanding of literacy. Over the past couple of years, I believe our percentage of passage has been over 75% statewide, which is really good.
This plan costs the state about $15 million a year, covering personal development for teachers and classroom resources. The payoff, Mississippi students now outscore the national average in reading. Some call it a miracle. Jones does not.
But for an educator, a teacher who was actually in the classroom, sometimes it's a slap in the face for it to be called a miracle when I experienced how much hard work, dedication, and time it took for us to move from the bottom with our education to now towards the top.
At one time, Oklahoma and Mississippi were doing the same thing, testing 3rd graders to see if they could read. In 2014, Oklahoma moved away from holding 3rd graders back if they did not pass their standardized reading test. But here in Mississippi, they kept that test. Today, Mississippi students rank in the top 10 in the country for reading at a 4th grade level. Compare that to Oklahoma, where the Council of Public Affairs says 75% of students in our state are struggling to read. What could you tell Oklahoma lawmakers to do to make our education system better?
There's no cheap way of doing it. There's no cheat code for it. But we really did this by having effective, quality teachers in the classroom and by partnering with our legislators and then providing the essential funds that we needed, because it did take money.
Oklahoma does have the Strong Readers Act, which became law to help the students in the state read better. It requires annual tests and intervention plans for students who need them. State lawmakers recently held a study to examine Oklahoma's 3rd grade reading proficiency requirements and ways to improve literacy outcomes for students. Really interesting, because also business leaders are talking about it now here in the state.
Yeah.
How do we make everything better?
It's a multifaceted approach is what it sounds like, and that's what it takes to turn things around. Great report, Tevis. All right, your time now, 5:52. We are out watching traffic. There's not too many cars out on the road. Some folks heading to the mall for that Black Friday shopping. No crashes to pass along on the Lucky Star Skycam network. We'll be following for the next couple of hours as you join us this morning. We're back after this. You're watching News 9 this morning.
Our Brianna Brown is out at Penn Square Mall this morning, and check this out. We're at the Lego store. There is a long line. I guess everyone's going to go get
Oh my gosh. It's the Star
Trek
Trek Lego set, the Enterprise, and apparently that's the hot toy. We're live out there. We'll check in with Brianna here in just a moment for Black Friday shopping.
There it is.
There it is.
Woo!
Get me one. Good morning. Right now at 6 o'clock, hundreds of homes in Arcadia lose natural gas service right before Thanksgiving. I'm Lacie Lowry. Coming up, how one family says this affected their holiday and how ONG is doing on restoring service.
And Black Friday is here. It's one of the biggest shopping days of the year. The Lego store just now opening. You can see people going in. They're getting their Star Trek Lego set, I guess. I'm Tevis Hills. We'll be talking all about those Black Friday deals coming up.
Yeah, you get out the door this morning, make sure you have a couple extra layers ready to go. It's going to be a cold start this morning. Not terribly cold. That is in relative speaking to what's going to happen Sunday into Monday. Look at those temperatures there. Tell you what, wintertime slamming open the door to winter, and that begins early December. We'll check that full forecast. It's coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning, Oklahoma. 6 o'clock on your Friday, Black Friday. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I know a lot of people have like turkey hangovers, kind of just like, oh my God, stretchy pants are still on. This morning, though, we're kind of shocked at how many people are out and about Black Friday shopping.
Well, there's deals in the store really only, and it's also kind of that nostalgic feeling of getting to go Black Friday shopping. Let's join in with meteorologist Jed Castles, who's going to be looking at our forecast. It's cold out there right now.
Yeah, so over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about some big changes here coming to Oklahoma. We should expect some clouds, some wind building today. There might be a few little light dotting showers later today as we track storm number 1 coming in. This comes in late today into early tomorrow. That'll bring the Arctic air in, and then another storm will move over the top of that on Monday. That might bring some snow to Oklahoma. We'll detail that. So what's on track? That Arctic air, and it is coming down the pike right now. It'll blow into Oklahoma tomorrow, setting up some brutal wind chills by Sunday morning. So we got some big changes headed our way. There's the storm system. Snow and a lot of it going on over the northern Rockies into the northern parts of the country. Winter storm warnings have been posted as this storm system now shoves down into the U.S. That'll keep shoving southward. It'll be into Oklahoma by tomorrow. Today's weather out ahead of it should be milder, still cold this morning. So if you're going out for some of those Black Friday deals here early this morning, get ready to go for a cold start this morning. Wind chill at 31. Got some 40s in spots, but it's a cold morning. Just prepare for that kind of dress and layers if you will be out when it's not terribly strong, 5 to 10 miles per hour, and highs today up in the 50s. We'll check out some rain chances today and look into your weekend. It's all coming up in just a bit.
Breaking news update, a homicide in Newalla. Authorities say one person is dead and another is in custody after a shooting late last night. This was the scene around 6:30 near Southeast 194th and Hera Road. Cleveland County deputies have not released the name of the shooting victim. They're still in the early stages of their investigation. We'll keep you updated on those new details.
Oklahoma City police say a 1-year-old is in critical condition after a fentanyl drug exposure. Police, they were called to an apartment complex near Northwest 40th and Grand around 7 last night. Authorities say the child was rushed to the hospital after the exposure. The child's parents were taken into custody.
In Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump confirms one of the National Guard members shot while on patrol has died from her injuries. Federal authorities say 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf were ambushed just blocks from the White House on Wednesday. Beckstrom died from her injuries yesterday. Authorities say the gunman right here drove across the country to carry out the attack. Officials say he came to the U.S. from Afghanistan in 2021 through Operation Allies Welcome. That's when the Afghan government fell and several fled to the U.S. It's the same program that brought foiled terrorist Nasir Tahiti to the Oklahoma City metro. He was planning an Election Day terror attack. The White House says it is now pausing all immigration applications for Afghan nationals after this deadly shooting. Back here at home, hundreds of homes near Arcadia are without natural gas service due to an Oklahoma natural gas outage.
Well, it forced many last-minute changes to Thanksgiving plans for folks in the area. News 9's Matt McCabe has their story.
A mobile headquarters at the Route 66 softball complex in Arcadia has been working to restore natural gas service to 400 homes in the surrounding area.
It's tough the day before Thanksgiving to not have any heat.
John Lynn is one of the homeowners who lost service. It kept his family from doing any cooking yesterday and a noticeable drop in temperature inside his home. But he stayed up way late into early this morning and noticed an ONG truck come to his neighborhood.
And I'm lucky that they came over and got mine done because I was up and she was talking with me. But a lot of folks in my neighborhood, they still don't have gas.
ONG crews were back in his neighborhood tonight, but they need an adult physically present to be able to restore service.
We have people here in the neighborhood that are, maybe out of town and have cats or other animals that, kind of can take care of themselves, but, they need heat in the house to stay safe and warm. And so it becomes a concern when it's, dropping into the 30s and, by Sunday it could be in the 20s.
John says the experience could have gone better.
And they need to have a way to proactively let people know that they're going to come out and fix their problem.
But he has no doubt technicians are working hard and through the night to fix the problem. In Arcadia, Matt McCabe, Oklahoma Zone, News 9.
Matt, thank you. ONG has not yet said what caused the outage. The company has half the homes affected now have service. There's no timeline for when it expects all homes to be reconnected.
A wild story out of northwest Oklahoma City. Troopers were in pursuit of an intoxicated driver in a Penske truck. Oklahoma Highway Patrol says the chase finally ended right here near Wilshire and the Kilpatrick Turnpike around 8 o'clock last night. Troopers say during this chase, the driver nearly hit oncoming traffic, and authorities finally stopped the whole thing by pushing the Penske truck off the road. There it is. They say luckily no one was hurt. They arrested the driver. His name has not been released.
6:07 on your Friday morning. Let's take a live look at our traffic right now on our Lucky Star Skycam network. Not too many cars out and about this morning. Oklahoma City's not reporting any wrecks as of right now, but a few people will be going out for Black Friday. Buckle up, both hands on the steering wheel. Everything's looking a-okay. And speaking of Black Friday, we've been seeing shoppers fill Penn Square Mall looking for those early deals and a head start on all of those holiday gifts they have to give. News 9's Brianna Brown joins us live from Penn Square Mall. We've really been enjoying seeing everyone getting into the Lego store. Brianna.
Yes, Black Friday has kicked off here at Penn Square Mall, and we're outside of the Lego store. And here with me is Rick. Now, Rick, tell me, what did you get today?
Well, we got the Enterprise Starship for my wife. It's her Christmas present.
Oh, wow. And now tell me, what time did you get here to score this?
Well, I drove my RV out here last night at 10:30, and at about 11:30 I was asked to leave because it's a private parking lot, so we drove across the street, stayed over there for about 3.5 hours, then came back over here.
Oh my goodness. Now this was all to score this at the Lego store?
Well, yeah, because my wife, she figured there'd be a long line outside for this. It's such a hot item, so we wanted to be sure to be one of the first ones.
All right. Well, hey, you scored it. Now, was Thanksgiving good for you and your family?
Just a quiet day at home, just me and the wife.
All right. Well, hey, that's good. You scored a great Black Friday gift here, and we're going to be talking to some more shoppers and management to get some more on those tips and deals for this year's Black Friday here at Penn Square Mall at the Lego store. Brianna Brown, Oklahoma Zone, News 9.
Wow.
Wow. That was great. Rick is
Husband of the Year, Rick. Way to go.
Oh my gosh. Let me just tell you, the Star Trek Enterprise, it's sold out online. So luckily he got in, he got it. Good for you, Rick. Hey, a quick tip from the Better Business Bureau if you're going out Black Friday shopping, make sure you read the fine print. Some of those extra percentage off deals, they don't include doorbusters, and those big discounts might be based on a padded original price. They also suggest checking the terms and comparing prices before you buy.
Well, speaking of holiday shopping, Oklahoma City's holiday pop-up event starts today. 18 local shops will be at Northwest 10th and Hudson on Fridays and Saturdays for the rest of the month. The first one again today. It all starts at 10 a.m. It's a great way to shop local and to get some really unique Christmas gifts and check some things off your list.
I wonder if they have any little boo-boos they could sell.
You know, I said that word earlier and Jed said, I don't know what you're saying. What language are you speaking? And I said, it's one of the hottest toys this year, Jed. Jed.
What's that? What's that?
It's a little stuffed toy.
It looks like a.
It's kind of like
scary.
the Beanie Babies from years past. The trend around it, all the rage.
At one point, I used to be cool and know all these things.
You still are, Jed.
When you get out of that being a parent, you're still a parent, but being a young parent.
You just got to ask.
You got to, yeah. Hey, what's going on?
It's like music.
What language are you speaking, Labubu?
That's all right. Guys, good morning to I Spy with my little eye. We'll go back to the kiddo version here. We're talking some frigid air coming our way. We're talking temperatures in the teens over the northern plains, and that colder air is rushing down this way. It's up toward north now, but Arctic air blows in for this weekend. We'll detail that, talk a little rain, a little snow, and the first days of December coming up.
All right, it's time for the out the door forecast. It's chilly, but you kind of brought up a good point earlier. We've been so warm that really this is normal for this time of year.
Yes.
We just forgot about it.
Yeah, so the weather we have right now is about where we should be, but we're going to go below where we should be, which we haven't seen that in a while. So colder air is rushing in. It's part of the big cold front. You see that front right now up in the northern parts of the country. That's going to blast down this way. That's going to pull in a chunk of that Canadian air down our way, and that's going to bring some big changes, much colder changes. So just get ready to go. Frigid air is on the way. You can see there's some snow accompanying that storm system. Winter storm advisories going on right now. Northern Rockies, Northern Plains, on into parts of the upper Midwest right now. So watching that, there's the warm front that's lifting north. That'll keep us milder today. But that front right there is going to blast on in, and that'll shove down our way and settle on in across Oklahoma tomorrow, bringing a cold afternoon setting up for your Saturday. A lot of wind on the way as well. That's going to be one of the stories here. Let's check our live view right now from our OCCC cam. Looks good. Got 36 right now. For this time of the year, 30s are maybe even a little bit above normal. We're close to being near normal to just slightly above normal. Winds right now light, south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wind chill at 31. So it's a cold morning. So if you're going out to do some of those early morning shopping sales, just prepare for these 30s. It's not terribly cold, but add an extra layer or two because sometimes there are some lines outside the doors that you have to deal with. And if you're standing out in that, it'll sneak up on you. I promise you, it's going to be on the cold side. Winds aren't terribly strong right now. As a matter of fact, they are pretty light. That big storm to our north is going to start influencing our weather. Low pressure to our north is going to start building down our way, and that's going to allow our winds to start picking up. So the wind gust timeline, I want to show you, they're going to pick up today. So right now they're lighter. But as we go into the day, winds will be gusting to near 20 miles per hour by lunchtime and getting close to 30 miles per hour by mid to late afternoon today. So you'll notice the winds, which really have not been a factor at all. Tevis mentioned it yesterday. She's like, it's shocking how beautiful it was for Thanksgiving Day with no wind and bright sunshine. It's a beautiful day. But the winds are returning, so winds mean you need to make sure you have a jacket ready to go unless we cool back off going into the evening. There's a look at the future next gen right now, watching clouds and radar. We have a few little light showers kind of building up into central Oklahoma by late afternoon today. So we could see a few little showers. You see those there dotting the skies coming up late afternoon today. Western Oklahoma, not expect a whole lot for you. Eastern Oklahoma, those showers are kind of moving your way, and they kind of hang around, as you see there, into the morning hours tomorrow through 6 o'clock. A few little dots of rain still around, maybe a patch to a drizzle. But that is going to start scooting on out as a bruising cold front blasts on in. That'll shove in, and that'll approach Oklahoma City right around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. As it shoves in, takes the clouds and the rain with it. sunshine returns, but it's going to be cold tomorrow afternoon as those north winds, which will be hovering in that 20 to 40 mile per hour range, will be with us coming up tomorrow night, and that sets up a really cold start to your Sunday morning. As we go on into Sunday, there might be a dot or two of a little light snow or a few flurries around, but not expecting it to be too big of a deal. And as we check out our forecast on Monday, some snow is looking possible. Data is still pretty evident. There'll be some opportunities in the northwest part of the state. This is the latest data just coming off, latest run just coming off, and it doesn't show that snow to look all that impressive. So there may be some snow. It may not be that impressive. It could turn tables and maybe be a bit more impressive this weekend. So we'll continue to monitor that as we go into the weekend. So we're paying attention to the forecast. Data shows that storm system to our south moving on by with the precip moving out into Tuesday morning. Let's check out your temps today. Talking some 50s on the way. It's going to be on the chilly side. Rain chances going up. Some opportunity for some rain late afternoon, going up about 30% late today. Very light in the form of rainfall coming up today, and that'll shove over into eastern Oklahoma tonight, setting up a cold forecast with some 40s overnight tonight. Rain chances into tomorrow, move out in the morning hours, mainly in eastern Oklahoma during the afternoon. And here comes that colder air blowing on in. Cold conditions will settle on in, and that sets up some chilly air for your OSU football game. 45 in the fourth quarter, north winds 20 to 40. And then for the OU game, 42, north winds 20 to 40. It's going to be on the cold side as wind chills by late day drop into the upper 20s. Cold wind chills set in, and watch them really fall off going on into Sunday morning, where they could be down around 14, 15 degrees. So cold air sets in for Sunday, hangs around on into Monday, and that'll give us the opportunity for some chilly air on the way on into the first part of December, which begins on Monday. 60% chance of a little light snow there, and then maybe another system coming our way next Thursday and Friday.
What started as a big Oklahoma Thanksgiving meal for 37 family members has now turned into a family gathering of 136 people.
This is impressive.
Wow.
Okay, this is impressive. News 9's Mike Glover went to Minco to meet the woman holding 5 generations of her family all together. It's this morning something good.
For Miss Rosie, life is Thanksgiving. But this isn't just your typical Thanksgiving dinner. This is 30 years in the making of Thanksgiving on steroids.
My whole house is geared around my Thanksgiving, period.
It was a tradition started as her father's dying wish.
When I hugged him, he told me, he says, you've got to make sure that you keep everybody together. I said, okay, Dad, I will, I promise.
She was 15 years old at the time, but she never forgot his wish and never forgot her promise.
It just comes right off the bone.
So every year for the past 30 years, it has been Thanksgiving dinner at Rosie's house.
We started with 37 people, and it has grown from that to last year we had 136.
5 generations all commemorated on the walls around the home.
Everything in my house is around Thanksgiving, okay?
7 turkeys, close to 60 pounds of ham, 60 pounds of potatoes, and all the fixings. So much food that even the washer and dryer are in the way.
They go outside in the garage. They'll be out of here by this evening. Last load of clothes will be, go out.
Clearly, everything is thought out.
So we're all organized. I'm big on the organization.
A dinner so significant that even her job knows not to interfere with her 2 weeks around Thanksgiving.
I take off the first week to get everything ready, and then the second week I take off to rest.
Now, when the day is over, Miss Rosie will rest for a day or so and then immediately start planning for next year. Thanksgiving and family, a big family, that is something good. I'm Mike Glover for Oklahoma's Own.
We love that. Man, she loves her family. Way to go, Miss Rosie. 60 pounds of turkey.
No, please. Oh my God.
Oh my God, 7 turkeys, 60 pounds of ham. All right, you're taking a live look this morning on the Lucky Star Skycam network. A few folks getting back into the grind. We are seeing a little bit of traffic on the roads as folks get out maybe for Black Friday shopping or traveling after the Thanksgiving holiday. So far, everything's looking good on the Lucky Star Skycam network. We'll check again in 10 minutes. You're watching News 9 this morning.
CD's getting in on it. You get a turkey leg. You get a turkey leg. You get the whole turkey.
How else do you celebrate on Thanksgiving? The Cowboys beat the Chiefs last night. Did you see the game? To celebrate during the post-game interview, they were literally just eating turkey.
Look at these bites, though. Look
This
how
is
big
crazy.
these bites
He's
are.
holding it with his fist inside the turkey, and people are just biting it. Okay, so that's former Sooner CeeDee Lamb. He got a drumstick, and then the Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson said, you know what, just take a bite out of the turkey. I'll just put it right to your mouth. And then he decided to go share it with other people. So
now wait for this. He's still going.
Probably not very sanitary, but hey, we got the turkey. We got the win. It was pretty exciting. I love a Thanksgiving win after that.
A Thanksgiving win, Thanksgiving football. Just look at him go. Bye.
I know. And they're all just taking a bite. Pretty fun, Jed. How you doing over there in the Bob Mills Weather Center?
He's got his helmet fisted in one hand and the turkey fisted in the other.
There you go.
I love it. That's how you do it.
I love it. I was like, take a bite. No, just take a bite.
I put up my Christmas decorations. Do you want to see them?
Yeah, let me see.
So let's check out the 9-day forecast. We'll show you the updated new look to our 9-day. I put my Christmas lights up.
Beautiful shot, Jed.
Show that. There we go.
Hey,
what do you think?
looks
Like the 9-day
good.
background? Is that okay?
Look at you decorating.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Took a while. Got my lights up. Ready to go. Hey, get ready for Christmas time. Get ready for some cold December air that rolls in on Monday.
And our Brianna Brown is out at Penn Square this morning for Black Friday shopping. She's going to be talking about what you need to know before you head out. Those lines have been long at Lego. We're also hearing that lines are long at Target. So many things going on, so many deals in store. We'll be talking to her in just a few.
6:30 on your Friday morning. Good morning, Oklahoma. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving Thursday. Now it's Black Friday, the end of the week, and there's a live look at the Devon Tower this morning. We are scanning the skies on the Lucky Star Skycam network. Everything looks cold this morning. Does it look? Can you look cold? Because it is cold out there.
It's freezing out.
It is. I know. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lacie Lowry. We've got Tevis Hillis in this morning.
I'm excited to be here.
Great
What
to
an
have
honor.
you.
No, thank you. All right, we have a lot to talk about. First, let's get to some international headlines.
Let's check in with
yes,
Jed Castles,
excuse
actually.
me.
Jed, we're going to get some international news here in a second, but you've got some weather for us, don't you?
It's a little international. We got Canadian air coming down. Does that count? All right, there you go. Yes, so Canadian air, that's going to be blowing down into Oklahoma. Arctic air sliding on down. That'll rush in for tomorrow. Ahead of that, we're quiet right now. Southeast winds are starting to pick up some out the door this morning. This warm front, it is lifting north. And boy, there's a lot of winter weather going on in the northern plains. Northern Rockies, northern plains, on into the Midwest, where this is going to be a big winter storm blowing first one of the season for those areas coming up for today. Already snowing up that way. Around Harewood Drive, we are expecting some light rain showers to develop up into Oklahoma here later today. Big story, what's coming our way. Highs the next 9 days going from 54 today, 44 tomorrow, and then 30s all the way Sunday into Monday as that colder Arctic air rushes on in. And it sets up, Monday is the first day of December, and it sets up a cold weather pattern on into next week. No big warm-ups, no 70s, 80s like we saw in December. This feels a much more winter-like on those temperatures coming our way. Sun is coming up, a nice start this morning. It is kind of chilly, so grab a jacket or an extra layer or two if you're going out doing some hunting for those shopping opportunities, the shopping sales here today. 36, wind chill right now at 31. We've got some 30s here starting off this morning. Some light wind right now, but wind is expected to pick up today. Watch the winds light now, but they're going to pick up 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts in here by afternoon. So windy conditions on the way, a little rain too. We'll detail that. It's coming up.
In Hong Kong, the death toll rises dramatically as firefighters still battle that high-rise apartment complex fire for the second day. Incredible video, and now we know nearly 130 people have died in these fires. The fire is one of the deadliest in the city's modern history. It jumped from building to building. It's believed to have started in the bamboo scaffolding and construction netting around these high-rise apartments. Look at that. There's some of it falling to the ground. Police say they have arrested 3 men from a construction company on suspicion of manslaughter.
Adobe Analytics expects Americans will spend nearly $44 billion this week, all through Cyber Monday alone. That's a more than 6% jump last year. Online buyers saying buy now, pay later options could spend even more. That's $760 million expected in purchases today alone. All right, 6:33 on your Friday morning. Let's take a live look outside on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Just look at this shot right there. A beautiful
that's so pretty.
sunrise. Wow, a beautiful shot right there. Of course, we're keeping a close eye on traffic. No wrecks to report this morning. Let's stay safe, buckle up. And if you're going to enjoy some Black Friday shopping, enjoy. Everything's looking A-OK this morning.
That's one of our big stories today as we come to you at 6:33 now. Black Friday shoppers are already inside Penn Square Mall. They just opened the doors and they're trying to find those good early Black Friday deals, some deep discounts available. News 9's Brianna Brown is live inside the mall this morning. She's already talked to several shoppers. Brianna, how's it going out there?
Good morning, Lacey. Yes, Black Friday has already kicked off here at Penn Square Mall. And here to tell us a little bit more about what shoppers can expect today is Jill Farron with Penn Square. Now tell us, how many people are you expecting to come out today?
Oh goodness, well this is essentially the unofficial kickoff to the holiday season. You're going to see multiple thousands of shoppers out today and we can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man, and so what kind of tips do you have for those that are kind of trying to find those deals or even just parking?
Oh sure, well parking, that is a fun thing around here. So tips on parking, I would definitely look to the parking garage. That way you can actually get a space, come in, shop. Be sure to make your list before you come out. That'll also help you kind of get in and out. All the stores have so many different deals. The easiest thing to do would just be going to pennsquaremall.com and looking at the deals side on the website to see what everybody is doing. There's a lot going on today.
Oh man, and so I know this is kicking off the holiday season. You know, we got Thanksgiving out the way, Black Friday today, and then of course Christmas is coming up. What kind of things can people come out here to Penn Square to enjoy with the holiday season?
Sure, well today alone, Santa will arrive about 10 a.m. for photos. He'll be here all season through Christmas Eve. Also, we'll have our holiday concert series that kicks off December 1st. So that's where you have all your schools and church groups that come into the mall and sing holiday music throughout the season. We'll have gift wrapping. Tree of Life will be out this month. So there's just a lot going on.
All right, well, it sounds like there's a lot to look forward to, not only for today, but for the holiday season. So, hey, you want to come out to Penn Square Mall? Black Friday shopping has already started. If you want to snag your deal, you want to head out here, live at Penn Square. Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
I love it. Santa arrives at 10 a.m.
Santa,
we know him. Brianna, great job. We're going to check in with Brianna a few more times throughout the morning just to celebrate Black Friday shopping.
Let's talk about college football now. A lot on the line for OU tomorrow in their game against LSU. The Sooners, they haven't won a game against LSU since 1949. The Tigers have handed the Sooners 3 losses in the last 22 years, and if LSU wins tomorrow, that could be the end of OU's playoff chances. Do not listen to that at all. They're going to win. However, OU has proven they have a top 10 defense. Their offense has come under some scrutiny, though. LSU's interim head coach says John Mateer's playmaking ability is really underrated.
How dangerous their quarterback is, and coming back after the week 4. A gutsy performer, a guy that had moxie and grit, and it just seems when they need a play, he finds a way to make the play. And
now let's look at the college football playoff standings. Notice all the ranked teams are on the road.
Whoa.
Anything can happen this weekend. The Sooners just hope that is not in Norman. I was talking to Toby this week, and I said, what does this weather, who does this weather favor? And he goes, defenses. And who has a defense? Oklahoma.
There you go.
He's thinking good things.
I think both teams are going to bring it. I think OU's going to end up on top. Let's get over to Jed. Jed, you had a prediction earlier on what you think that game's going to look like.
For the OU game?
Yes.
Yeah, the win's going to be the big story. I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough on the kicking game and the passing game. Some of those gusts by afternoon, and talking, mid part of the game into the end part of the game, could be up over 40 miles per hour.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be really, really strong. So gusty winds for that game. That'll impact the OU game and the OSU game. We'll check out those forecasts here coming up in just a moment. But let's get you out the door. I know some folks are heading out doing some shopping sales. Is that not a brilliant shot? How much would you buy that for? That is a $1 million piece right there on sale. I'll sell it to you, right? Okay. Crypto. I'll take,
I'll buy that for $1.
Whatever. All right. There you go. But a great shot starting off this morning. Getting out the door. We've got some 30s right now. Preparing for a chilly start here to your Black Friday morning. The full forecast, it is coming up.
All right, Jed, thank you. Well, it's no secret Oklahoma is at the bottom of the list when it comes to education. We have got to turn things around. In fact, Mississippi used to be at the bottom with us. They are now at the top of the list. We traveled to Mississippi to see what they did. Can we do it here? A full report next.
All right, welcome back. 6:41 on your Friday morning. Black Friday, we've got some beautiful sunrises to start with.
Oh, man. You just want to be glaring at this all day. It's beautiful.
The colors are gorgeous.
Yeah, the colors are fantastic here starting off this early Black Friday morning. I know a lot of folks are getting out. Make sure you check out that beautiful sunrise. Take a snapshot there or two because we've got some great shots there from our sky cams here this morning. Looking at bright sunny start this morning, a few fair weather clouds. That cloud cover will be advancing in as we go into the day today. So I do think cloud cover will thicken on up, but really right now it looks fantastic. Again, that upper right shot, that's our Blanchard cam. The upper left shot, that is our downtown cam. I'm going to show you that here live. We're going to put that picture in full view. Beautiful sunrise getting you going here this morning. Love it. Getting out there on that Black Friday, a little bounce in your step with that kind of a sunrise. Maybe buy some sunglasses if you can find those at a discount here this morning. All right, got some nice temperatures out there too. Not terribly cold. It is cold, but it can be a lot colder going into late parts of November. 36, light winds right now, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Putting the wind chill at 31. Now, if you're outside, you have to be in a line outside. That'll catch up on you. So if you are doing some Black Friday sales, make sure you are packing a few extra layers for you here coming up for today. Watching the next big storm that rolls into Oklahoma tomorrow. This storm system is going to come down with a strong, power-packed, punching Arctic front. And that's going to blast on through tomorrow. Out ahead of that, snow going on, and a lot of it expected up over the northern plains, the upper Midwest, on into the northern Rockies. This will be the first real true wallop, winter storm over these areas here coming up as we look at our weather here for today. So for Oklahoma, things we'll notice here for your Black Friday is changing winds. Winds are light right now, but watch them stair step upward as we go through the day. By late afternoon, mid-late afternoon, gusting to 30. That's this next storm coming on in. Also notice some rain chances starting to stair step upward as well from 10, 20, 30 to 40% chances as we go into the afternoon and evening hours today. Right now we're starting off on a cold note. Most spots 30s, although a few 40s here and there. You can see a few 40s in the western part of the state. These areas that were in the 20s yesterday are in the 40s out the door this morning. So a little switcheroo for you on your temperatures out around Eric and parts of far western parts of Oklahoma. Winds are light. You can see them starting to pick up some, and as I mentioned, winds will keep coming on up as we go through the day today. So south winds out ahead of that storm system. Some areas of spotty rain will start to develop. Right here in Oklahoma City, not everybody will get wet, but some scattered areas of light rain kind of move on in. They'll hang around into this evening, on into tonight. Then most of that tomorrow morning starts to shift over into eastern parts of Oklahoma. Cold front, we're tracking that blasts on in. That'll roll down into Oklahoma City tomorrow morning. Maybe a little patch to some light rain or drizzle out ahead of that tomorrow morning. And that front blasts on in and brings some strong north winds. And they'll start pulling in that colder air as it rushes on in into your Saturday. Sunday, some cloud cover at times. Maybe a passing flurry, not out of the question. As that colder air rushes on down, that'll set up a cold forecast for Sunday. Watching also maybe a little bit of winter precip too. Right now, the latest data has the best chances up in northwest Oklahoma, tracking up near the Kansas border, so we'll be watching that. Right now, the rest of the state, there'll probably be some intermittent light precip, but nothing causing any travel problems. We'll be monitoring that until late Monday. By Tuesday, that storm system starts to pull on away. 50s on the way here for your Black Friday. Again, some light rain moving in this evening. That'll settle on in overnight tonight. Chances of rain will go up for a while and then start to shove off to the east as rain and thunder possible in eastern parts of Oklahoma. Some 40s overnight tonight. Then here comes the cold front. That'll blast in with rain chances shoving into eastern parts of Oklahoma. And those winds turn northerly, 20 to 40 miles per hour, setting up a cold forecast by late tomorrow. Temperatures will keep falling from the 40s, 30s, eventually into the 20s. So for the OSU game, starting okay, turning colder, 45 with winds 20 to 40. Grab a coat. You'll need that for the OU game. dropping to near 40 by the late game. Wind chills will be in the 20s to near 30 as that game comes to an end as colder air rushes on in. There it is by late afternoon and the evening tomorrow, dropping all the way down into the teens by early Sunday morning. That air will keep locking in for Sunday and again on Monday with daytime highs not warming a whole lot. There might be some precip. We've got the chances in there, but really for light precip coming in on Monday, we'll continue to monitor that as we go toward Monday. But for right now, look at your 9-day forecast. 54 today. That'll be the hottest temperature or warmest temperature of the next 9 days. Most days in the 30s and 40s into next week.
Well, Oklahoma is just about dead last when it comes to education. It's a dire situation. And for years, Mississippi was also at the bottom. But that state has had a dramatic turnaround in the classroom.
And I had the honor to travel to the Magnolia State to find out how lawmakers and educators came together to make some changes and how Oklahoma leaders could do the same. For years, Mississippi was the punchline.
Mississippi was at the bottom for a long time.
I think other states used to say, thank God for Mississippi.
Always 50th, always last.
And when I would introduce myself, I would tell them I was from Mississippi, and this would be the look I would get.
Everybody always think Mississippi is at the bottom of the bucket.
But the joke's not on them anymore. A state recognized for rhythm, soul, and a history of fighting for equality is now known for one of the biggest education turnarounds in the country.
We are no longer on the bottom of the list.
You can feel that change in classrooms like this one.
All right, so let's go to number 1. Can we flip over to number 1?
We have high expectations for them. We understand that some scholars may struggle sometimes, but because we hold high expectations, they are motivated to learn. And we are just teaching them to be professionals so when they go out to the real world that they can be their very best.
Every 90 minutes, a new group of students cycles through Barquita Stanton's 3rd grade reading class.
My approach is grounded in the science of reading. I provide my scholars with explicit instruction in phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension.
In Oklahoma classrooms, students are taught to memorize sight words like the and you.
All right, let's read 21. Let's go.
Miss Stanton teaches her students how to sound words out instead of memorizing them.
Are you ready to read? Let's point.
That style of teaching started with a law change in 2013, requiring teachers to use a phonics-based approach.
I wanted to push back because I thought my method was working. Again, I would get first graders at the beginning of the year. They didn't recognize letters. They didn't recognize sounds. By the end of the year, I would have them reading.
Erica Jones is the executive director of the Mississippi Association of Educators. Before that, she spent 19 years teaching 1st and 2nd graders. When the new law passed, she had to head back to the classroom herself.
But once I started exploring and really doing a deep dive into that science of reading materials, I noticed a difference in my teaching method.
The new law also ended a practice called social promotion, meaning students who cannot pass a 3rd grade reading test at the end of the year do not move on to 4th grade.
Now, as a teacher, I was not on board with an additional assessment for our 3rd graders, but looking back on that, I know it made the difference. And it really measures our students' understanding of literacy. Over the past couple of years, I believe our percentage of passage has been over 75% statewide, which is really good.
This plan costs the state about $15 million a year, covering personal development for teachers and classroom resources. The payoff, Mississippi students now outscore the national average in reading. Some call it a miracle. Jones does not.
But for an educator, a teacher who was actually in the classroom, sometimes it's a slap in the face for it to be called a miracle when I experienced how much hard work, dedication, and time it took for us to move from the bottom with our education to now towards the top.
At one time, Oklahoma and Mississippi were doing the same thing, testing 3rd graders to see if they could read. In 2014, Oklahoma moved away from holding 3rd graders back if they did not pass their standardized reading tests. But here in Mississippi, they kept that test.
Today, Mississippi students rank in the top 10 in the country for reading at a 4th grade level. Compare that to Oklahoma, where the Council of Public Affairs says 75% of students in our state are struggling to read.
What could you tell Oklahoma lawmakers to do to make our education system better?
There's no cheap way of doing it. There's no cheat code for it, but we really did this by having effective quality teachers in the classroom and by partnering with our legislators and then providing the essential funds that we needed, because it did take money.
Really just going back to the basics, Oklahoma has the Strong Readers Act, which became law to help the students in the state read better. It does require annual tests and intervention plans for students who need them. State lawmakers recently held a study to examine Oklahoma's 3rd grade reading proficiency requirements and ways to improve literacy outcomes for students, and the Mississippi Miracle was also brought up during that.
Your time now 6:51. One last check of traffic on the Lucky Star Skycam network. Here's a live look, and gosh, look at the sky in the background. Oh my gosh, breaking daylight with a beautiful sunrise. So thankful that you're watching with us this morning. We don't have any crashes to pass along, so we're just enjoying the beautiful sunrise right here on News 9. We're back with more after this. You're watching News 9 this morning. Hey, the Thunder are back on the court tonight, and for anyone wondering, like myself, Jalen Williams, J-Dub, is expected to make his season debut tonight. He's been out since the offseason from that wrist injury. He has now been officially taken off injury reserve, so he could play tonight. It's at Paycom, 8:30. Can't wait for that. All right, couple seconds left here. How was y'all's Thanksgivings?
Fabulous. Got to sit at the kids' table still.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
Yes.
That's
I
okay.
know.
That's what a fun conversation is.
And exactly.
What about you, Jed?
Yeah, same thing. Got to eat with friends.
Yeah.
And, so we didn't have to necessarily make it, which is always nice, but had a great time.
I know. We went to Friendsgiving, and it's so nice to just show up, eat their food, and leave and say, see you later. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you back here later.
It's cold out there. Jed will have more coming up at 7:26.